Up tonight, Bruce Williams in drag. 610 WIOD, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
610 WIOD presents The Neil Rogers Show.
Only $50.
To talk with Neil, call 622-WIOD in Dade, 767-WIOD in Broward. Mobile One and AT&T Wireless customers can call toll-free at pound IOD.
All right.
And now, not only across South Florida, but across the nation and Canada, too. Call toll-free at 1-888-474-WIOD. And now, The Neil Rogers Show.
Neil Rogers.
Rodman, you don't have to punch out my headlights. Just hold your temper. I don't think you're wearing your Revlon lipstick right. Rodman,
Unbelievable.
you don't have to wear that dress tonight. You ain't short of money. Come up looking like some reject transvestite. Rodman, you don't have to show off for all your fans. Rodman, please don't aim your foot at my pecans. You don't wanna kick me in my pecans. You don't wanna kick me in my pecans.
Yes.
You don't wanna kick me in my pecans. You don't wanna kick me in my pecans. You don't wanna kick me in my pecans. We love you, Panther. Yes, we do. The way you skateboard and follow through. We'll have you Stanley Cup. It's true. Oh, Panthers, we love you. We love you, Melody. Where it's at.
They stunk. They stunk. They stunk. They stunk.
That short-handed goal was cool.
Are you done? Oh, come on. Come on, enough of the crying. Enough of the crying, come on.
They stunk.
All right. My God. We're changing the name of the franchise to the Crybabies. I'm serious. I have never been so disgusted in my life as the last 48 hours or whatever the hell it's been. I can't cope with it. I cannot deal with it. Yesterday we sat here listening to 4 hours of sputum, people who had no idea what they were talking about. And you know something? You can debate that call 2 nights ago, from now till the end of time. The fact is that there wouldn't have been any call and there wouldn't have been any loss if they wouldn't have blown the lead again with 19 seconds left. That's not debatable. That is a matter of fact. So let's find out this morning, what's the excuse for last night? Let's be creative and find out. At the end of the telecast last night, and I don't want to start picking on my close personal friend again, but I will anyway. At the end of the telecast, and by the way, in the pregame show, they start out with 20 minutes of, oh, my God, from Brian Murray and the Rim Man and everybody else, and we was robbed. And by the way, nice going, John D'Amico. You sure put somebody in his place. That was great. Well, why don't you show the replay of that other one with Kirk Muller last week? Wow, we don't have that. Oh, too bad. Yeah. And also, wrong headline in the Sun Sentinel this morning. But see, this is what it took me 21 years to find out what this town is all about. Just put anything you want in the papers. Just go on the air and spew any kind of crap you want, and everybody buys into it, and they start repeating it like a bunch of parrots. NHL official admits reason to feel angry. No, he didn't admit that. He admitted that there was a mistake in the one on Kirk Muller and Richter in Sunday's game, not the one 2 nights ago. But, hey, don't confuse the people at the Sun Sentinel because different people make the headlines, et cetera, and so on. Let's hear let's hear it. I want to find out what the excuse was last night. So on the post-game show, I found out what it was.
They stunk.
Oh, no, that wasn't it. That was not it. Cut the crap, will you?
They stunk.
Stop it. Put that tongue back in the proper place, will you? The reason was, according to the Rim Man, that they lost last night and that Gretzky had the natural hat trick there in the second period and made Eddie Joe and Paul Laus and everybody else look like a bunch of monkeys. The reason was because we still emotionally were so distraught, we just couldn't get our act together from the night before. And I want to tell you something. Last season, with the whole organization, okay, from Brian Murray and Bill Torrey and Doug McClain and every player on that team, it was character, man. Every game they played, they were never out of a game. They were always battling right till the end, no matter what the score was. They had dramatic comeback. That 4-1 game in Dallas, they were losing and tied it up. I mean, time and time again, never out of a game, never crybabies, never making excuses. Now, this franchise is becoming a bunch of whiners and crybabies, okay? How many times have that man in the crease thing been called this year that have cost teams dearly, including already in the playoffs, cost teams a goal? And a game. And yeah, you hear some conversation about it, but can that be used as an excuse the next day and the next week and the next month? How long are we going to make excuses that we got a defenseman there who's supposed to be a superstar that again last night in the third period, he's spending most of the time on the bench because he's an impediment to our lives. We don't trust putting his big ass on the ice, and rightfully so. I mean, it's a sad thing. It's a shame that something that was so great and so positive has now been reduced to this incessant whining and crying that just never stops now. And especially the people on there last night on the telecast whining and crying about it the night before couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. And they were the ones who kind of cheerled everybody else into whining and crying who also didn't know what was going on and what the call really was. So let's hear it. What was the reason that the Panthers lost to the Rangers last night besides number 99? Let's hear what it is. Come on, I'm ready. I'm game. WIOD.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Okay, sir.
Great game last night. This team...
It was a great game?
Listen to me. This team is completely coma-inducing.
So why does that make it a great game? Yeah, there was a great game between between Buffalo and Ottawa last night. That was the great game of the three.
Okay, listen. Let's get to reality here. Eddie Jovanowski stinks.
Yes, that's correct.
Paul Laus all of a sudden forgot how to play defense. Doug McClain...
He was pinching it last night. He was in there pinching it.
Gave a piece of matzah to Nemorowski, and he scores.
Yeah, well, you got to have a Jewish guy score on in the middle of Pesach.
Of course, he was going to score anyway. But the problem...
How about Robbie? There's the one kid. Why don't you mention Robbie? There's the one guy that's playing. Him and the geezer. Robbie, baby. Nice going, sweetheart. He's playing all of a sudden. He got a fire under his ass.
Right, Neil.
Straka was useless. Chris Wells wasn't even watching paint dry. He was less than useless.
Okay.
Straka will never be a player again for this team because McClain he's totally destroyed his confidence and he's useless.
Right. Doug McClain's head is so big.
Yeah.
His success got to his head so much where he thinks he can't do wrong.
Yeah.
Doug McClain doesn't have a clue right now of what lines to put on the ice.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a clue on anything.
Yeah.
The only thing he knows is when and where he's going to take showers with the players that he wants to take with.
Yeah.
And can you play that for me, Neil?
Yeah.
Because I have a couple things to say about that.
I'm listening.
Bill Lindsay?
Yeah.
It's a shame he got hurt.
He didn't do anything bad last night because he didn't play, yeah.
Of course. Garpeloff, hey, we got some injuries.
He got hurt.
But you know what? There's no excuse for sitting back in the third period 2 days ago.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
Well, how is it that the coach had a press conference yesterday and he said that the officiating had nothing to do with losing the game the other night, that it had to do with the fact that they went into a coma in the third period, had only 3 shots, including only 1 in the last 16 minutes, and they sat back and then tried to protect that 1-goal lead and blew it with 19 seconds left. How come he said that? And everybody else, including the general manager, is on there like belly aching and moaning and carrying on and ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You know, you got to get over it, man. You got to get over it and go on with life.
Who continues continuously cries.
Mm-hmm.
They're crying and crying and
It's a very
they're
sad
lost.
thing to me. It's a very sad thing to me.
And I'm a season ticket holder, and I'm
Yes,
there
sir.
every night, and I'll be there tomorrow night.
I won't. I'm giving my tickets away today, as a matter of fact, and my parking pass for tomorrow night because we had a choice. I had a dilemma.
Right.
And Rimmer made it up for me. When a post-game show started, and he came on there and made my comment, made his comment about the reason that they lost is because they emotionally were so distraught and they couldn't get their act back together after getting robbed the night before. At that point, I picked up the phone. I got on the phone with the airline. I said, we're going away for the weekend, and I'm going to give away those. Not because they're losing, but I am tired. I need to rest from the ambiance of this whole crybaby syndrome, man. I'm going to tell you, nobody wanted them to win more than I did 2 nights ago, and let me say it again, but that was, you can debate that pro or con. I still think it was the proper call. You can debate it forever. But when you blow the game for the umpteenth time with 19 seconds left, and you sit here like I did yesterday and listen to 4 hours of people crying and whining, and then hear it again last night, and here it is again in the paper today. Yesterday there was almost nothing in here in the Sun Sentinel about it. Now we got a whole big page with a headline. The players are still upset. Where is it? Oh, yeah, Panthers still upset over disallowed goal. Here's a whole practically page. Then, of course, in little print, it goes on. The Rangers are upset because Bill Burr got slew-footed there by Kirk Muller and broke his ankle. But anyway, we don't care about that any more than we care about Chris Wells busting Messier's chin wide open and no penalty called on that. I mean, it's gotten to the point now where now I'm beginning to understand. I don't begin, and now I do understand absolutely why the fans here don't have a clue. Why every time a guy somebody give a great body check, hit one of our guys, bang him into the boards, great play, and the crowd here is yelling, hey, ref, you suck, and they're screaming for a penalty because they've been conditioned to this. The broadcasters, the management, the people associated with that team, it's become a crybaby thing. We've become a bunch of whiners. And like I said, it's so in contrast to the whole character of what this team accomplished last year and the way this town was behind them and enthused and involved. It's very sad. It's very sad to me because character and guts and balls is what we kept talking about all year long last year. And the last few months, and I do mean few months, like maybe since December, we haven't seen too much of that. Here's a team that hasn't won, what do they won? 2 games on the road since January. This is the end of April. 2 games on the road. If you can't win on the road, guess what? You're not going to go too far in the playoffs because you can't play all the games at home. Can't win a game on the road. Can't protect the lead late in the game. And they're on there last night. I mean, just on and on and on from the pregame with Ned Smith with his one eye and Randy Moeller, and they're crying. And then Rimmer and Denise, they're crying some more. And Brian Murray's on there, and he's crying. And then after the game, I'm hearing this crying because, oh, yeah. I don't hear anybody talking about the fact that Eddie couldn't play Little League right now. He couldn't play for the Windsor Spitfires the way he's playing. They'd still stick his big fat ass on the bench. I mean, don't take it away from Gretzky as much as I hate him. You know, that's when the stars come through. Just like Mario last night. A minute to go. They were ahead 3-1. The game is in the bag already. And he scores on a breakaway, a brilliant goal, and probably his last game ever in Pittsburgh. I mean, the big stars, the great players, they shine at the right moment, believe me. And Gretzky, these guys were standing around watching him there. They were like mesmerized, like, oh, here he goes again. There's another move. Oh, it's in the net. Too bad, too late. And people are crying. Oh, it's the referee's fault. I'm serious, man. It makes me want to puke. It makes me want to barf. The tremendous turnaround that we've seen in 1 year. And you know something? Most of it goes back. I don't want to go into it. You know when it goes back to. If you got a brain, you know when it goes back to. We're going to convince you. We're going to be a bunch of hard asses, and we're going to convince you that we're the geniuses. We know everything, and everything we do is right, whether that fat slob on the radio agrees or not, or anybody else. So there you go. Jeff Nudnik says radio ratings bounce like yo-yos. There's a picture of Howard again. Howard really needs the publicity, okay, Jeff? Lovely picture, though. But at any rate, the ratings really... we had a bomb on this station. Make no mistake about that. We had La Bamba. I mean gigantic La Bamba. Although somehow this show we were still number 1 in men. From 10 to 2, I'd say we did about an 8.5, which most people would kill for that. And if you took out that one bad month of February where nobody could find the diaries, and when I was ready to walk out of here, we would have done okay. But, hey, life goes on. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to fumble our way through some way, somehow. So we'll take names today, by the way, George. And in the 1 to 2 hour, if Sabrina can pay. Is she going to be here the whole time? Of course she is, because she's not driving home, is she?
Not today.
Oh, tomorrow. So she can pick the name out of the hat. That'll be very exciting. We'll pick a winner and give away the tickets and the parking pass. You can come here and pick it up and watch right there in 106. You can fill the asses in those seats with all the great company you'll have in 106. You'll be able to sit right there and look up behind you to your right, and there'll be Rimmer and Denise, and the tongues will be like all over the place. Man, oh man, oh man. Just cry and whine and carry on. You got to go out there and get the job done. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and play the game. You can't keep crying forever. It doesn't get the job done. Doesn't win ball games, hockey games, domino games. It doesn't win pinochle tournaments. You can't just sit around and cry.
10 WIOD.
Neil Rogers is my lover.
Jennifer, what's the news today? Jennifer, we like what you say. Tell those assholes they can all go. Stick it in and hold it just so. No one reads the headlines quite like her. Jennifer, we love the way you speak your mind and tell them all. You entertain and you're right when you say that this place needs a giant and enormous blowjob. Jennifer, say it's not to be. Jennifer, that you're really Phil Hendry. And if what Jennifer says you don't like, yank it, baby, and get a life. 'Cause no one reads the headlines quite like her. Jennifer.
1020 at WIOD. Here's a lady mobile in West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I'm sick of the bitching and the crying.
What is it?
Just drop kick Rimmer.
Yeah.
Drop kick him. You don't need a guy like that. You don't need a guy like that as a friend. You consider the guy a friend?
I separate business from personal.
I don't think I could do that.
Why not?
Not with the crap.
He can't do it, but I try to do it.
What is this crap, aren't you sick of I don't know.
Yes.
Well, then
what do you think I'm talking about? I talked about it yesterday. I'm talking about it again today. I'm sick and tired of the company line shill crap, okay? These guys, we played 3 playoff games so far, or 4 of them, I'm sorry, and not one of them have they gone out there and played a real game. We haven't seen any playoff caliber play from this team so far. Even the game that we won, that first game, was nothing to write home about.
Exactly.
Coma.
I totally agree with you. I don't know if I could be friends with the guy. How do you have a serious conversation?
So in other words,
now you're about the crap he's been talking about?
Now you're going to tell me who my friends are going to be. Is that it?
No, I'm not telling you who to be friends with. I'm just saying I'm questioning why you would want to be friends with this guy.
Don't you know anybody who's a good person, except that in certain areas they tend to be full of crap? You don't know anybody like that?
Well,
you agree with all your friends and everything they say? You can't separate business from personal. You better go talk to Connie, okay? She'll straighten you out. Now they will fear you. We have an open line at Dade, 622-WIOD, one on the out-of-town line, 1-888. And it's not just him. It was Denise, the same thing, and Brian Murray's on there. I thought he was going to break into tears there. I thought he was absolutely going to break into tears on that interview in a pregame show. I love John D'Amico, though, and believe me, I'm never one that sticks up for the officials, because generally speaking, they really suck, especially in the NHL. From Brian Burke and D'Amico and all of the referees and the linesmen, most of them suck. Their performance is usually pretty weak. But get over it. Let's move on with life. And then to use as an excuse when a game is over, we lost because we just couldn't emotionally get our act together from that horrible trauma the night before. Now, which trauma are we talking about? The fact that we got the goal taken away, or the fact we blew the lead with 19 seconds left again? Like we did both games in Washington, by the way, once with 10 seconds left and once with 48 seconds left. And just do it over and over and over again. There wasn't one word about that. There was not one word spoken about that. That was the umpteenth time that this team can't protect a lead and can't win a game on the road. No conversation about that. It's just the same on and on and on. I can't deal with it, man. I can't deal with it. Here's little Joey.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Did you have the unfortunate pleasure of listening to the Sports Channel telecast yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Did you hear in the first quarter, or first period?
First quarter.
I'm getting all confused
here. God.
Did you hear when Doug McLean said he was sorry he didn't play Chris Wells enough the night before?
Is that what he said? I did not hear that. I didn't hear that.
He said that he apologizes for the fact that he made a coaching error in not playing Chris Wells and David Nemirovsky more the night before.
Yeah.
More. As if they didn't play enough falling, or not Nemirovsky, but Wells didn't play enough falling on his butt, losing his stick again.
He was a non-factor. In fact, he played better 2 nights ago than he did last night. Last night he was invisible. I mean, just useless as the day is long. It's part, again, of the selling job. They're going to peddle it to you whether you want to buy it or not. They're going to keep shoving this guy down your throat whether you want to believe it or not. That's why he looks like Jesus. Same thing.
With a bad haircut.
Like the Christians, they're going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Exactly.
Like the Inquisition. You're going to believe this guy is great, no matter what the hell, how weak he looks. We're going to sell it to you. And it's just this hard-ass attitude. We have to sacrifice the whole season because they made a bad deal and they refused to admit it. And right down through the playoffs, they're still trying to peddle us this bull crap.
Unreal. Then yesterday...
You can't, let me tell you, Joey, you can't make gold out of chicken crap, okay?
Exactly.
You can't do it. You cannot do it. I'm sorry. I wish they could do it. They can't do it.
Well, shouldn't someone be held accountable like Van Beesbrook? Nobody has asked him, why did you decide to go out and do a belly flop in front of the net?
Nobody even talked about that. Did you hear anybody bring that up on the telecast?
But why doesn't anybody have the balls to ask him?
Beats me. They're too busy whining about the call, about the penalty.
Oh, yeah, and then yesterday...
For the same reason that nobody talked about the fact we blew the lead again with 19 seconds left in the game. And we didn't play it all in the third period. You've got to play 60 minutes during the regular season, but if you don't want to do that during the playoffs, please, believe me, you got to play 60 minutes, not just a few minutes here and there, and pretend you're going to win a game. You can't do it.
No, and then more whining. Denise yesterday, when Robitaille went to complain because Gord Murphy jumped on, he's like, oh, stop whining, Luke.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
The pot calling the kettle purple.
Exactly. I think that the night before they took a page out of Tom Olivedotti's defense book and they played the prevent defense.
Right, exactly.
And
that's right.
The only thing it does is it prevents you from winning the game. They don't learn that. The Dolphins have been doing that for 20 years. We get a lead, and the same thing goes on with the Panthers.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say, Neil.
Okay, Joey.
Take care.
Cheer up. Bye-bye. Keep your chin up, he said. We have an open line at Dade, 622-WIOD. We have one at Broward, 767-9463. George will take some names and phone numbers down. Anybody wants to apply. You notice it's not quite like it might have been if we would have won last night.
You might have to explain it to these people that they don't need to call me. They have to talk to you.
Oh, that's right. If you don't want to talk to me and just think you're going to call George and register to win my tickets, I mean, if you don't even want to speak to me to try to get my tickets and my parking pass, you really got some gall, man. You got some balls, baby.
As a matter of fact, if they say the word free or tickets to me, I hang up on them.
Do you really? Immediately. Yeah.
Boy, does he have a lot of chutzpah.
Boy, this thing is acting real sensitive today. Even the equipment is sensitive today. It might break out into tears. Of course, that's unusual for the equipment to be sensitive around here. Yeah, right. Don't come in, by the way, Howard. Everything's working fine. Just a joke. Oh, my God. I need a rest. I need a rest from this place. I need a rest from this whole Panther business now. And there are going to be people out there say, oh, yeah, just because they're down 3-1, they're going to lose the series. He's bailing out. It's got nothing to do with that. Has nothing to do with it. And proof of the pudding being a Leafs fan who were eliminated from the playoffs like 3 days after the season started. I don't bail out on my teams, but they're just this whole ambiance, man. It leaves a bad taste in my puss. You can smell it like 10 miles away. You can feel it.
610 WIOD. Admission is the first step.
I dropped my wiener.
All right, here's the moment you've been waiting for all night, gentlemen. Let's give it up for our headliner, Peter Paxton. Yeah, buddy. Take it off, baby. Take it off, baby. You wore that business suit just for you, horny guys. How about that? Yeah. Take it off. Let's give her some dollars, gentlemen. She doesn't work for nothing. Give them up. You want to see her go for the $1 squat? Yeah, buddy. How about that? How about one of you young Republicans getting up there laying face up on the stage with $1 between your teeth? I will. I'll do it. That's right. There you go. Keep going. Down. And down. Yeah, buddy. The one, the only. Peaches Paxton. See you.
So how does that work? They kind of snatch the dollar bill out of your puss? It's 10:32 at WIOD. Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello. All right, it's Brian Murray.
What's up, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hey, another thing that you didn't mention yet.
Yeah.
What about in a third period when they spent an entire power play passing?
Yeah. I like that.
one
And they kept
shot.
looking. They kept standing behind their own net and looking up at the clock, making sure their time was running out on the power play. I don't know what that was all about.
I know.
I never
I'm
saw that before.
screaming.
That
I'm
was
like,
kind of
what
like
are
how
these
the
guys
Sharks
trying
used to
to
run
do?
their power play, all in their own end, waiting to get organized.
You can't score on a pass.
Can't score in your own end. Well, I mean, you can stick it in your own net. We've done that, but
Well, yeah.
In fact, number 23 did that first game.
Who?
Yeah, I don't want to bring back bad memories.
Oh, well, that's all I got.
Okay.
Can I register for the tickets?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Hang on. Number 5, tell me you better put away the crying kid, though. Okay, number 5, whatever it is, stick his name on there. Between about 1 o'clock, we'll pick out a name. And somebody will be able to go and enjoy the game tomorrow night and in peace and quiet, hopefully. I hope we don't have no assholes in 106 tomorrow night because you're going to have some honored guests. You won't have to contend with me. Nope, it was a choice between getting out of here for a weekend or going there and listening to all this crying and whining and belly aching and ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You know, you got to go out there and get the job done. You can't keep crying over spilt whatever it was. Here's Davey. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I'm distraught after last night. Remember how you used to say when you would talk about when you first got on the news station, you would say it's not just a question of if, it's a question of when?
Yes.
I'm beginning to feel that way.
It's kind of like
as far
my
as,
leaving here. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when, right?
Like when golf season for the Panthers is going to start.
Uh-huh.
And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick maybe Anaheim or Phoenix and watch them. You know, pick the real underdog, somebody who nobody would expect to get in that did.
Yeah.
And,
How about Ottawa?
Or Ottawa. Ottawa's playing well.
Look at those Senators, man. Overtime last night. They win 1-0. What a game that was. People think that low-scoring games are boring, but, man, that was some game. Phenomenal saves. That Shields kid playing great for Buffalo, and Tugnuts playing great for Ottawa. Phenomenal game.
Shields is a very good goaltender.
Yes, he is.
But I just want to comment about last night's defense. There was none.
Yeah, I can't complain about the defense because we didn't have any.
I don't remember if it was the second or third of Gretzky's hat trick, but he came in and then he wound up like he was going to let it fly.
Right.
Then he just stopped for a second.
Yeah, he didn't like the angle, so he kind of diddled around a little bit and said, I think I'm going to go over here. And, of course, nobody went anywhere near him. And how many times have you heard me say, if you stand around and watch him, he's going to just burn your ass? And sure he did.
Any of those guys, him, Mario, Yager, if you stand and watch, they do a little move, they spin right.
That's right.
You, they
all of a sudden they're gone.
And I was yelling, where is the defense? Jovo Flop gave another one up, and then he rode the pine most of the night.
Yeah. How do you like that? Third period again. He sits the pine almost the whole third period. And this is supposed to be our superstar defenseman. I've been telling people all year long, trade him while you can still get something for him, while the word is still out. People think he's a hot shot. And now the word is out that he's a stiff man. I mean, he's just killing us. This kid is killing us. It's not just a question of having a bad game. All season long, every time he's out there, he's an impediment.
He really is. And
he's getting worse by the minute.
Now it's a shame because the book is out on him. Nobody's going to want him.
That's right.
I mean, you know,
just like that Ron and Ron show, man. I mean, when you get down to a 1-9 or whatever that is, they're, they would have been better off getting another gig a couple of months ago.
Well, I don't know.
Not that I want to pick on them, but.
Well, the best thing that we can hope for is next year there's a vacant number 55 on the roster. There's a vacant number 23 on the roster. Okay,
no, that'll never happen. Well, he's a star, man. They're going to jam him down your throat until you're gagging on it.
Like I said, quack, 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 go Ducks.
Okay, see ya. Okay.
Bye.
We have an open line at Broward. Like the Ducks, by the way. Ducks have a nice little team. They got some balls. They got guts. They don't sit back and whine and cry. 767-9463, 767-WIOD. There's an opening in Broward as we kind of find out what the story was last night. We're trying to find out what the excuse was.
They stunk.
No, it had to be more than that. There had to be an excuse. Maybe the fact that Gretzky scored 3 and we only got 2. That might have been the reason that we lost. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Neil, what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Hey, want to go to Las Vegas this weekend?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do I want to go to Vegas?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Why, are you going?
Well, you're going out of town. I was going to say, why don't you take me with you? We could have some, have some fun at the craps table or something.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, what the heck is Rumor talking about on the damn TV? He's always ass-licking and kissing Chris Wells' ass.
Yeah.
What's his problem?
Well,
Does he get paid by the Panthers?
He gets paid by the lick.
Oh. Well, I mean, does the Panthers actually pay him?
In fact, this alligator arms thing that Randy Moeller came up with, what happened is that, he used to have normal length arms, and when he went to work for the Panther organization, they did a skin graft, and they took all of the skin that was like where his arms used to be, and they put that on the tongue. So he can unroll his tongue now, and it goes down to the end of his toes, and the arms are like little flappers now. Yeah, alligator arms.
Hey.
Which comes in handy for, number one, not reaching for the check, and number two, kissing a lot of ass.
Does Wayne Huizinga own Sports Channel?
Yes.
Oh, so he is.
There you go. Now you're starting to understand. Now the pieces of the puzzle are starting to get into shape.
Okay, I knew there was something behind that. I was just wondering.
Yes, sir.
But you think I can get my name on that list, sir?
Of course. Why not?
All right.
After a brilliant call like this, why not? Hang on. Okay, line 5 again. Line 5 seems to be the lucky line, eh? 1038 at WIOD. Here's Port St. Lucie. Hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Buenas to you.
I just got done blowing chunks from that performance.
Uh-huh.
So I don't want to get into that because your whole show's... Hello?
Yeah, I'm just singing that song again. Keeps going through my mind.
Listen, I haven't been able to listen the last couple months because I'm now in Port St. Lucie and I can't pick you up here in the office.
Yeah.
So tidbits I've heard. You're going to 560.
Yeah.
The Paxson thing, as the way I can look at it, was just never good from the start.
Disaster. They're destroying this place. They're turning it into a parking lot, and they got this consultant and this new PD who are basically the same person. They're clones of each other, and they both really, but they have this, they think that you can make a formula out of talk radio. They have no concept of, individual personalities. They really believe that you can just have this format and just plug in bodies, and do it. If you do the formatics right, you're going to have a hit. You're going to be a success. And they're dreaming. They have no concept of why this station's been successful, what it's all about, and they're burning it. They're savaging it.
Well, Neil, I really miss you, and I hope somehow I can I get a shortwave radio to listen to you here, or how can I do that?
A shortwave radio, that'll do it. Get you a GE Super Radio, that might do it.
Yeah. Okay,
I think it'll do it.
You know who this is, right?
No, I don't.
It's I haven't talked to you in a while. You don't recognize me?
No.
I was formerly in Boyne Beach. I just wanted to say I missed you, and I can't listen anymore.
Not Greg.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God he's gone. Oh, my God. Oh, let's have a party. Hallelujah. We're not crying anymore. Let's blow some horns and trumpets. Oh, my God. Woo! No wonder we've been feeling so good the last few days. Huh? Life is almost worth living again. We have an open line in Broward. So what's that schlump from the video place doing now? I don't have his boyfriend around anymore. 767 WIOD in Broward. There's an opening there if you move real fast, too late. Open line on the toll-free out-of-town line, 1-888-474-9463, 1-888-474-WIOD. Greg has been banished to Boynton Beach. All right, let's hear it. Let's have a major freaking party over here.
Oh!
Here's Knoxville alleged. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Man, I've been jonesing to hear you.
Here I am.
Well, tell Greg you can get a computer, spend a couple of dollars and get a computer, because that's where I'm listening to you on.
You don't have a couple of dollars.
Yeah, well. Oh, man.
So are you going to school up there or what?
No, man, I just escaped Miami up here.
Oh, congratulations to you.
Yeah, nobody oblas anything up here. Except
in fact, you remember the flood in the Bible, 40 days and 40 nights? I think we may have the same thing. We're going to drown in a sea of crocodile tears from all these Panther people.
Yeah. Right.
Yep. We're drowning over here, man.
I don't know nothing about no Panther thing. We didn't get that up here.
Yeah, good for you. You didn't miss a thing.
Yeah. Can I, well, I don't know. I guess it's too early to ask you for the tickets.
Yeah. I don't think you want to come down from Knoxville, yeah. Okay, pal, have a great day.
Hey.
Yeah?
Can I call somebody a douchebag?
Go ahead.
All right, Kent Blanton, you're a douchebag, and Glenn Hill, you're a butt plug.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Oh, George is nodding his head on the last part there. We have an open line on the out-of-town line, the Palm Beach line, the AudioNet line, 1-888-474. Walter Sabo's a douchebag. There you go. Man, did I sniff that whole deal out. They lied through their teeth, and they gave me a song and a dance, and he's not going to do this, and he's not going to do that, and he doesn't believe in us. Oh, give me that baloney. They believe that there's a formula, that you can do what this station has done for the last 8 years. You can make a formula out of it and peddle it like Jell-O. Remember what happened to the last guys ate a lot of Jell-O? Look what happened to them, man. Or was that? Yeah, it was. I think Bill Cosby had his finger in that. You could almost taste it. Just make a formula. Just plug in a bunch of bodies. That doesn't make any difference who they are. It doesn't make any difference if they really have anything to say, because if you just put on those hot topics, like how I ran out of quarters trying to put up the parking meter, I kept sticking quarters in there and the little thing wouldn't move. Or about that gas cap. Man, every time I get gas now, I'm like self-conscious about my gas cap. Not 10-4. Yeah, that's it. Just let him plug in those hot topics. You can get those peaks of 20 shares. Look at this week book we just had here, man. We need Buddy Bud and Walter Sabo to help us get those peaks of 20 shares. With these hot topics, man, this guy's an expert. Or some kind of vert.
610 WIOD.
1047 at WID. We just had a spy report. Erin whatever her name is, last night had a really original topic. Do you pee? Do you wash your hands after you pee? God, that's new and original, isn't it? I wonder is that number 48 on the list this week, Walter? Which one is that? And the rumor is she does not wash her hands after she pees.
Not every time.
And like I've said before with guys, I mean, if your peeing instrument is clean, why should you have to wash your hands?
I had one in my mouth once.
Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Oh, God. Send that guy some log rolling tickets.
Yeah.
Tennessee. Anyway, the game Tuesday night with all the
How about just some logs? Sounds good.
Got the Tuesday night game? That was clearly interference on Melleby.
Yeah, sure looked like it to me.
Yeah, I don't know what everybody's crying about. You lose the game.
He shoved Leach right into Richter and spun him around like a dreidel there, and that's it. And you can argue that from now until the year 25-25, but to use that as an excuse for why we lost. See, a team that's got real character, okay, if they are so pissed off and they feel that they've been robbed, you come out the next night and you beat the crap out of these guys. Because we kept hearing that all we had to do was show up last night, and the Rangers are old and it's back-to-back games. Randy Moeller kept talking on that thing a million times, and all we got to do is just show up with our uniforms on, put our skates on, and we're going to kick their ass because they're old and they're tired, and back-to-back nights. So we got that second game all locked up. Right. So what happened?
Last night.
Not only did we not come back looking for blood, but they kicked an old man kicked our ass.
Right. Needle nose.
Yep.
Hey, last night though, third period, the final hat trick goal. Did you see Joe Vanowski? He was standing right in front of Gretzky. He was
wandering around, yeah.
He turned sideways.
Yeah.
He didn't even attempt to try to block that shot.
This kid is lost. He needs a road map and a compass.
I don't know if he knew
he needs a one-way ticket back to Windsor, Ontario. He does.
We need some more Suelas and some Strakas out there. And
Straka's done. The coach has taken away his confidence. He's made him into a head case. He's useless out there.
Well, anyway.
You put that much pressure on somebody that if you don't score, I'm going to sit your ass on the bench, and I don't believe you're a player anyway. Well, you might forget about it. Just send him home. Send him back to Czechoslovakia.
Right on.
Because he's destroyed him.
Neil, enjoy your move. Enjoy your weekend. And I'm not in Chattanooga, so I stick around for the ticket.
Sure, no problem. Hold on. Line 6, put him on there. Don't be apologetic. We'll stick your name on that list. I mean, you probably won't get him, but you never know. Maybe we'll send you a big, bright yellow envelope, okay? I got one of those in the mail again yesterday. Last week or 2 weeks ago was the big orange envelope from those Goyim out there in California. If I had $1 for every piece of junk mail that I get every day, I could retire. I could just go home and sit around, wait for the postal thing to show up. Just pounds and pounds and tons of crap. Almost all of it is fraudulent. Almost all of it is bull crap. And your federal government that's so concerned about everything else, whether we say crap on here, they don't care what kind of garbage they send you in the mail, as long as there's no naked pictures in there, by the way. Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
First of all, the Porkers are out hot and heavy with the radar.
Really?
On Pines Boulevard between University and Turnpike. So all the Neelies look out for that one.
24th of April. Must be something significant about it.
Yeah, I need a few bucks.
Yeah, that must be it.
And number 2, the Panthers got my support 100%, but if they don't do something drastically different, we're going to be watching other teams play in the playoffs real soon.
Yeah.
Because it's just
they still got a shot just because they're down 3-1. I mean, it's a very, very, very tough thing now, especially since they're going to have to win some games on the road. But
yeah, it's a tough chore to come back from that now.
Yeah.
But I think.
But I just can't deal with the crying, man. I can't deal with it. I can't stand it. I don't want to be around it. I'm hoping that they can overcome that and they can grow up and and be like they used to be. But I don't know.
Well, crying's not going to get anything done for the team. So what the hell with crying? Number 1. Number 2, if Doug McClain would start playing the right combinations again and give the guys that are scoring a chance and stop putting these assholes that aren't doing anything out there, maybe, just maybe, we can come back from this.
Well, just remember, he's selling us Chris Wells. Just remember that and don't ever forget it. He's going to sell him to us whether we believe in him or not.
Nobody wants him.
Well, too bad.
Hey, can I get in the list?
Sure.
Thanks.
Line 4. We have an open line on the out-of-town line, 1-888-4749. There's Mario, minute to go, breakaway, and the crowd went nuts. They went ape-shot there in Pittsburgh. There he is, kissing the crowd. He knows it's all over. They won a game. Oh, there's Mario right there in the locker room afterward. What a guy. What a guy. There's a guy. No crying, no BS, no bullcrap. All class, baby. All class, 120% class, all the way around. No excuses, no baloney. We have an open line in Broward, 767-9463, 767-WIOD. We're selling tears by the ounce today. We're going to package them. We're selling liquid tears, and we're going to send them to everybody. We're going to unleash them this weekend, have a gigantic flood. Even Noah would be embarrassed. Uh-oh, there it is again. There's Needle Nose. Oh, here he comes again, 2-on-1. Oh, another one's in the net. And here he comes again. Oh, he didn't like that angle. Takes that shot, another one in the net. Hat trick. Needle Nose, baby, hat trick. As we stood around, there wasn't anybody near him on any one of those 3 shots. He could have stopped and written a letter home. He could have written a letter to Don Cherry, and then picked up his stick again and said, "Oh, by the way, I just stuck it in there again. There's another one. There's 3." Man, oh man, oh man, how embarrassing! But we're too busy belly aching. That's the problem. Too busy crying. Too busy. Wah.
They stunk.
That's right. That's the problem. Here's Kendall. Hello.
Hey, Neil. I'm not calling to suck around for tickets.
Good for you. Excellent.
Well, I go to FIU.
You don't want too much suction today.
I know you get enough for that. No, I go to FIU, and I have a final tonight. I've had finals all week.
Yes, sir?
I couldn't even see the game last night, but it sounds like...
Oh, believe me, you made a smart choice.
Well, I don't know. It was a pretty sick final, but... Listen, I graduate today, and I am moving to Washington, D.C.
Really?
And I just wanted to thank you for all the memories and memories. I've been listening to you for about 12 years now.
All right.
And I'll try to catch up with you on the Internet, but I'm going to miss hearing you, man. You made a lot of all this crap that I hear about in the news and everything a bit easier to take. You have a very good perspective on things.
Yes, I do.
No, you do, for real.
I know I do.
And, stuff with like the OJ and all that complete BS that was, and you told it like it was, and about everything, man.
Right. Well, listen, best of luck, pal.
All right, take care, man.
Good luck.
Later.
See ya. How do you like that? We're losing another young, living, and breathing person. We can't afford to do that. And who the hell says this last rating book was Anglos? I mean, don't we have Anglos? Isn't that like most of our audience, plus a few Spics? I mean, what is that? Well, that's what it says in here, Jeff Nudnik's analyzation. Then he goes on to say the top 3 stations were Radio Amor, Hot 105, and Jams, jamming it. Last time I checked, those were still your ethnic stations, okay? Just the fact that we got a bunch of bogus diaries for Love 94 and Life, I mean, does that prove something? And then, of course, they quote the great ratings expert, Ronna Wolf, who says, it's just who gets the books and returns them. It's the diaries. No kidding, sweetheart. Very good. She is right, man, I'm telling you. She is as sharp as a matzo ball, Ronna Wolf. I'm really going to, when I leave her, I'm going to miss those days when they have their big corporate meetings up front here, like on Monday or Tuesday, whatever morning it was. And she'd be up there and come out to get a free cup of coffee in the kitchen. And I'd come walking in the morning, and she'd look me right in the eye and say,
"Who the hell are you?"
Yeah, I miss those emotional moments with Ronna. Here's Miami on a mobile. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Neil?
How you doing, sir?
All right, buddy. I must agree with you. If they don't give up that goal with 19 seconds to go, there's nothing else to talk about.
That's right. Then we're in the driver's seat, man.
You know,
then the worst that happens, we're tied to a piece now.
I don't know how many times that happened to us this year, but for some reason...
400.
We expect the Beezer to be a wall back there.
Yeah.
And, I guess he panicked and said, if I don't jump on it, nobody else
he did panic. He didn't trust his defense. They were scrambling all around. They were running around frantic, and he did panic a little bit. And he said, I got to take matters into my own hands.
Yeah,
he took the calculated risk. I'm going to dive out and grab it. And if I don't get it, I got a real problem here because I'm not in position to stop the puck. And he did not get it. It squirted loose. And Messier stuck it over there to Robitaille, and he stuck it right in the open net.
Exactly what happened.
They stuck it.
He didn't have confidence in that defense because they can't keep guys away from him.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, they're swarming all over him. They're taking shot after shot. How many times did he freeze the puck in the third period? Like 20 times.
Yep.
It's just it's too much.
We're not doing it, man. This hasn't been the same team. We did have, 3 real nice games in a row there against Jersey and against Pittsburgh in the first game in this series. But 3 games doesn't make a season. And if you look back going, like I said, December right on through, and of course we only won 2 games on the road from January right up till this moment, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
There's something missing there. There's several ingredients missing, but I don't want to dwell on what they might be.
I would wonder when the last time we had the 3-game winning streak was also.
Yeah.
That gives you a lot of confidence going into Friday night's game.
Yeah.
Well, Neil, that's all I have to say. If you don't mind, put me on that list.
I don't mind, sir.
Appreciate it.
Because this is America, goddammit.
Exactly.
Hang on, line 13 on a mobile there. Put that goofball on there. Put something on there. Yep, that's right. I'm not going tomorrow. And, of course, there are a lot of people out there. Oh, yeah, he's jumping off the bandwagon. No, I'm not. I'm not jumping off, or I never on a bandwagon. I don't buy these season tickets because I'm a bandwagon jumper. But there just comes a time when people just turn you off and you say, sorry, I need a rest. I need to clear the cobwebs out of my brain. I've heard enough bull crap in the last 48 hours to last 50 lifetimes, man. Start coping with reality and stop sugarcoating and BSing, man. It just kills me. It kills me. You watch guys play and then you listen to some of these tuchus-lickers out there. Oh, yeah, he played a real great game. He did? I mean, what game were you watching? Why just not say anything at all? Wouldn't that be better some nights as opposed to when some nights, like when Eddie is coughing it up 55 times in the first period to match his uniform number? I mean, why just, don't even mention it. If you're terrified that you might say something negative and Wayne might get pissed off. But all these broadcasters and all the moguls there, the general manager and this one and that one, they're all just, it's very sad. We had one gigantic, wonderful, marvelous, spectacular year last year, and now all of a sudden it's like, well, we can't do anything wrong. Somebody's out to get us. 10:58 at WIOD. Here's something that won't be wrong. Pick up the phone and call Hydron Technologies at their toll-free number, and they'll send you absolutely free their great catalog of skincare products for both men and women, and a free sample, too. Let me say it again, F-R-E-E, the way we all like it. What's wrong with free? The best things in life are free. That's what the song said. Even the cockamoon is free. Isn't that what it says in that song? That's right. The best things in life are free, damn it. So pick up the phone right now and call 1-800-4-HYDRON, and they'll send you the catalog and the sample. And if you don't think you need skincare products, everybody needs it for something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got someplace they got to smear it. For example, if you play sports, menthol ice from Hydron.
Depends on you and the powers you possess. Since you saved his life with your flying scissor knife, he's got a job for you to do. You have a brand new style too. We love the way you flop your dew. With the big B on your chest and bulletproof skin-tight dress, defending those who are oppressed. Moves with the speed of a gazelle, sends the bad guy straight to hell. When a building starts to blow with your image, then we know you're crushing crime with one mighty blow.
We love you, Panther.
11:19 at WIOD. Here's Hallandale. Hello. Hallandale.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Not much.
Well, what's the subject about now?
What's the subject?
Yeah, the home so long I forgot.
Parking meters.
Parking meters.
Yeah.
So what about the lady who was going around putting quarters in everybody's meter to get their ass out of jail, and then she gets arrested for that?
Right.
What's up with that?
I think it's a communist plot.
That's what I think.
I think Castro's behind it.
That's a whole different subject. I don't want to go in there.
Buy any good watches lately?
Not lately.
Steal any good ones lately?
Thought about it.
Wash your hands after you take a leak?
Every chance I get.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, my sister wants to call somebody a douchebag.
Okay, good. Tell her go right ahead. We have an open line in Broward, 767-9463, 767-WIOD. Oh, that was great. Here's Miami. Hello. Miami.
Hello, Neil.
Buenos dias.
How you doing?
¿Cómo está?
Real good.
¿Cómo está?
Listen,
Watch it.
Did you see the play where Gretzky, I think it was his second or his third goal?
I saw them all.
I think it was the third one where he burnt Jovanovski.
Yeah.
And then Jovanovski tried to get back, but instead of like blocking his view, Jovanovski got out of his way.
Yeah.
To make the shot. Did you see that?
Yeah. Said,
then,
here you go, Mr. Gretzky. I always defer to my elders.
And then another thing I noticed, did you notice, like in the last 5 or 6 minutes, the Panthers would get to the blue line and then dump the puck?
Yeah.
Instead of trying to, force their way in there or create something.
I noticed that one time when Straka was flying down the left wing and Shepard brought it to the blue line and then kind of stopped and put Marty offside. And then Denise came on and very accurately said that you can't slow down. You have to keep the flow of the play going, and that Ray made a mistake on a play. And then my good friend Rimmer comes on and says, because naturally, if you rip Straka, that's the appropriate thing to do. Oh, no, well, if Marty would have just not passed the puck to Shepard and brought it in himself, that would have been the right thing to do. And there was this long, pregnant pause, like even Denise was saying to himself, what? What are you talking about, man? But anyway.
And there's one other thing that's driving me nuts.
It's just an ass-sucking fest is what this whole thing has become, man, and it's very distasteful.
Have you noticed that every time Kirk Muller makes a shot, that it's nowhere near the goal?
Yeah, well,
I mean,
we said he'd get a lot of shots. We didn't say that they'd necessarily be near the net.
He kept hitting that double whiz sign.
Yeah, well, maybe maybe he can relate to it. That's right. Maybe he was trying to give us a message there. Maybe he needed a little relief.
And there's one more thing I want to
wonder if he washes his hands afterward. Anyway, yes?
I want to thank you personally for getting me into hockey.
Those guys from Kingston, Ontario, they don't wash their hands after they take a leak. Just ask Don Cherry.
Even my wife is into it.
Great.
And she's never liked sports.
And hockey, too.
She's up, yeah.
Yes, you can.
I just want to say thanks. And can I get on the list?
That's what I just said.
Okay, great.
Hold on. Line 12, put him on there. I'm a psychic, man. How did I know? Well, his wife is into it, and the game, too, so they want to go. Why the hell not? Great seats, by the way, even if there are a few assholes sitting in that section. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to sit in any arena in this town or any ballpark and not have a few assholes around? Just ignore them, put on your blinders and your blinkers and your earplugs, and have a great time. And don't eat too much of that food. It'll kill you. Bad food in that arena, boy. Bad. Except for the nuts. Oh, man, have they got great nuts. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
You didn't get anything with Mike Lang last night, did you?
I did tape the game.
Oh, you did?
But I didn't bring it in. But if you want, if it'll make you happy, I'll bring some in tomorrow. You know what pisses me off? Because you can only, I got 2 satellite dishes and a cable. I got 2 VCRs. So I'm taping our game, of course, the Panther, their game, the Panthers. And I'm taping the Penguin game with Philadelphia. But then late in the game, I turned over because Buffalo and Ottawa are playing that incredible game, and Rick Jeannerette's going ape shot. And I turn that game on, and it ends, and they go into overtime. Now I flip back to Mike Lang, and Mario had just scored on a breakaway. So I missed it. And it just frosted my ass because the crowd at this point is going crazy. And I know it must have been a great call.
It was incredible.
God.
That's why I thought Mike Lang, he must have been choking back tears last night because you couldn't get a better finish.
Right.
He gets the breakaway.
Well, I saw the replay. They showed the replay, but I didn't get the call, which is very depressing.
To see it live, Neil, would have just been incredible. I'm sure Mike Lang had a lot of nice things to say.
How'd you like the way Mario stuck it right through Snow's legs there? He saw that opening, and he stuck it right in there.
You can't get any. You talk 110, 120% class. That's 200% class.
That's right.
It's a real shame, but you looked at his wife, and she's got the little baby in her hands, and you look at the man, and if he's playing in that much pain and everything else, you got to say go for it. Just go home and spend your days just being happy.
That's right.
He doesn't need to take any more cheap shots or anything like that.
That's right. You got it.
And the other thing,
he has nothing left to prove. You know what I'm saying? He's got the big bucks. He has nothing left to prove. He can go live happily ever after.
That's
and
right.
we'll miss him, but more power to him.
At least we got the chance to see somebody like
Tiny
that.
Tim would say, God bless him.
You got it. And the other thing I wanted to laugh at was Chris Moore yesterday around 1:30.
I'm laughing already.
Oh, Chris Moore, he said that he had a talk with Brian Murray, and Brian Murray came on and said, I've talked to Doug, and Doug is pretty well over it. And Doug has assured me that the young kids now are going to step up and really come out and show us what we're made of. And I'm thinking, oh, boy, what a statement.
Stunk.
Well, Nemirovsky played good. He got a nice goal there.
Well,
and Robbie continued playing great. He got a beautiful goal. But other than that, everybody was in a coma.
You got it. Listen,
everybody was in a coma.
I'd love to go tomorrow night, Neil.
Okay, hang on.
Thank you.
Line 6, this guy wants to go. Everybody wants to go. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go, it's a free country. Oh, my God. The young kids are going to step up, and we're going to go in there. All we had to do was show up. That's what I kept hearing. See, anybody can spew bullcrap. That doesn't take any talent whatsoever. You don't win sporting events. You don't win presidential elections. You don't win Miss Universe just by showing up. Do you know what I'm saying? Just by talking a good game. You got to go out there and do it. You got to execute. And quite frankly, Eddie ought to be executed. In fact, here's a great fact. It's got the Eddie down the side. Every defensive disaster incredibly executed. Eddie. Nice going. Thank you so much, Eric. Eddie. Eddie. The crowd, they're like foaming at the mouth in the arena. They love him. Eddie. Eddie. Oh, go home, Eddie. Go back to Windsor, man. We'll pack your salami sandwich. You're a good guy. It's not personal. See, Eddie can separate the personal from the... he can do that. Can't he? He can't? Because I know Rimmer can't do it. Very, like that woman said before, it's hard. It's very hard being friends. I mean, like Rimmer's wife, Farrell, and I, we get along great. She's wonderful. She's one of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet, even with that big ring that he bought her. But Rimmer, it's like separating business from personal. You can't do it because he's so involved. It's such an integral part of his existence. There's Brian Murray, Doug McClain, the Wayne, the whole thing, you know. You got to put it over in a compartment, and he can't do it. He takes it personal. This is business. And he takes it personal. Remember the day, how long did it take me to get him to finally say...
They stunk.
Do you know what I'm saying? It took me like a half an hour to squeeze those words out of his puss.
They stunk.
Exactly. And you know something? Life is still going on. Life is still, the world is still spinning around, even though he said...
They stunk.
11:27 at WIOD. If your carpets stink, well, I mean, you know, seriously, sometimes your carpets are so filthy that they not only look bad, they smell bad. Oy vey. I mean, that's pretty embarrassing, ain't it? I can relate to it, though, because I got a little dog that likes to...
and nothing to do with that.
No, he does.
Squirt.
Every now and then when you least expect it. So if your carpets need to be cleaned, there are a whole bunch of things you can do. You can open up the Yellow Pages and have an axe murderer come to your home and maybe kill a few people. Or you can go to the supermarket and schlep home a bunch of heavy equipment and pretend you know what you're doing and make a mess and smear it all over and get a hernia dragging the equipment. Or you can do the smart thing like I do once a year and call the experts the best in the universe at Dry Concepts. It'll be one of the most pleasant experiences you've had in your life. I guarantee it. They give you a written guaranteed price up front. They do a super job of dry cleaning your carpets, getting them squeaky clean. They look like brand new. They apply a disinfectant while they're doing the job, so your carpets smell lemony fresh. They give you a nice little rose when you get done. No add-ons, no BS, no games, no tack-ons, because like I said, they guarantee you the price before they touch anything, even your carpets. And when they get done, you look around, you're in amazement. You say, it looks like I got brand new carpeting installed wall to wall. Even if you don't have wall to wall carpeting, that's how good it looks. So pick up the phone and call them today. Dry Concepts. In Dade, call 930-3636. In Broward, 581-4739. And at West Palm Beach, 930-4739. And by the way, George, one of the high school guys coming in.
610 WIOD.
I already have a homosexual relationship with Neil, so I might as well have one with you, too.
Radio goods tape. This is cut number 1, Secret Haitian Man. Version number 2, because George didn't like the original one. Second version, Secret Haitian Man.
I like it. There's a man who leaves a land of turmoil, trying hard to reach American soil. Yeah, for days and days he floats on overcrowded boats, hoping that the Coast Guard comes tomorrow. Secret Haitian Man. Well, he's giving you a blood test, and they're sending you back again. Running from the danger on the island, looking for political asylum. Yeah, it's freedom for a day, till they turn his boat away. I thought they may never even find him. Secret Haitian Man, a tip, and they're sending you back again.
11:33 at WIOD. Some very fascinating reports, some spy reports about Karen Gay, whatever the hell her name is, Walt Sabo's girlfriend. We have a special guest on the phone now. I can't believe it.
Did I have a hallucinatory event, or did I hear myself laughing during that last bit? Is this possible?
Well, I did look ahead on the, George said, look who's next on the list, so I thought I'd put something in there for you.
Well, is this sports talk?
Yes, it is.
Okay, because sports...
Well, nobody else is doing it on this station anymore. I might as well do it.
Well, a sports question came up, and I didn't know where else to call.
Harry Carey is the answer.
That's always...
Wait a minute, you didn't just say... Did you? How you doing?
Well, that moved to the new station.
Yes.
Very good. All right.
No. Oh, well, I didn't understand the phrasing of the question. Will that move to... Oh, of course.
Oh, okay.
Are you doubting that I'm going to keep your legacy alive?
Well, I didn't, but I just wanted to be sure.
Absolutely.
Okay.
In fact, we're going to be having brand new studios in there over by Power 96, and I'm not going to have to work in that toilet where they're all festering right now.
Oh, I wondered about that.
Yeah, thank goodness for that.
Well, you know, the spirit of Johnny Dolan's in that building.
In the one that's there now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going there.
Exactly.
Right. I'm not crazy.
Okay.
I think that there's more spirits than just his, too, by the way.
And the Big Owl spirit, but we don't want to get into that.
Yeah. And Sonny Fox is working there on KISS, too, by the way, every now and then.
Every now and then?
Yeah, he's doing some stuff at KISS.
Wow.
Exactly.
Next thing you know, Greg Butel will be...
And Don Cox is doing some stuff over there, too.
Like what?
Like that. Yeah.
In 1963,
yes,
Roger Maris led the major leagues in home runs.
He did?
Now,
I think you mean in 1961.
Well, you're interfering. Your reality is interfering with the joke.
Okay.
Okay. Now, in that same year, 63, who got hit in the head with the most balls?
Oh, I can't believe you're asking me this question, Steve Stone.
That works fine.
Do you know how old that is?
Well, my answer was Liberace, but...
I mean, I know you're a little isolated up there in Lakeland. I know the joke just got there after like 25 years, but the answer used to be Rock Hudson, but Steve Stone will do. And
a lot worked.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
All kinds of things worked.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's his name? The guy out in what was that guy on that awful show with the cops? Eric Estrada, that's what I was going to say.
Oh.
But only you would understand that.
Well, I understand that greatly.
Yeah.
You know. Well,
so what's going on up there in Lakeland? Pete Bolger tells me that you are dying to come up here and do middays on this station. That's what he told me a couple of weeks ago. Said he had a phone call from you and you're just desperate to come up here and do this show.
Rose Folger said those words to you.
Pretty much like that, yeah.
Well, no. Everything's very quiet and everything's happy up here.
Yeah.
Buddy Bud, you know, his presence is up here just like everywhere else.
He's selling pubic zirconias there, too, huh?
Oh, sure.
Uh-huh.
So everything's fine. And somebody just sent me some newspaper clippings last week, so I just thought I'd call up and congratulate you.
Thank you.
And
I would tell you when I'm going over there, but I wish I knew. You know what I'm saying? All I can tell you is that my last day on WIOD working for these born-again Christians will be no later than September 30th of this year. Hopefully earlier, but I have my doubts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you going to do middays over there?
Yeah, same thing, same show. Not a sports show, by the way, just the same show.
Well,
of course, all I talk about is sports anyway. You know that.
Well, that's why it's a sports station.
Right.
So I thought it would fit right in.
I kind of fit over there.
But where's Rush Bing Bong going?
Oh, he's already on Wins. You haven't caught up with the times.
Well,
they've got the fabulous sports bitch on there from 10 to noon.
Oh no, that's pronounced the flatulent.
The flatulent sports bitch. That's right. She's cutting them over there. And they got like kind of a make-believe show from noon to 3 because they just been biding time till I would go over there, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it'll be great.
All right.
The only thing, Hank's a little concerned that I won't leave any food for him, but you know me, I can have enough food for everybody.
Well, that is a concern.
Yeah, we have plenty of practice at that. As a matter of fact, Ponytail is going to be here today.
Uh-huh.
I'll have him bring some droppings for you.
Yeah.
So how's everything, okay?
Oh, yeah, everything's okay.
Feeling all right?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Bob and Cheryl were over here to say hi not too long ago. In fact, on the Friday that the story that I was leaving IOD hit the papers, the entire old Cox staff came over here because that happened to be Hard Hat Day, whatever Hard Hat Day is. Seriously, that was Hard Hat, the Y100 building right up the street here from us?
Sure.
Well, they were visiting what's going to be their new...
yes, I heard that.
Right. So they came over here. Everybody was here. Tim Bean was here, and Mitch Ween, and a whole bunch of Goyim. They were all here. Yeah, it was great.
Well...
Cheryl was here kissing me all over the place. It was, like I said.
So the new building is going to be there by Power 96.
Well, the studio's going to be in that building, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Right, brand new studios.
Yeah, and then you have this Spirit of Don Cox, yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll all work out just fine.
In fact, I smelled it when I drove by.
Yeah.
In fact, the great part of it is it's like about 207th and 441, so it's very close to the North Dade Paxson building. So on my way to work every morning, I can stop by and say hi to Ronna Wolf.
Yeah, which is the old Gloves 94.
Right, I can stop and wave to Ronna and say, to you,
Yes.
Right.
Well, that's where Rolls Folger should be.
That's where he hangs out. In fact,
that's what I thought.
Every time Ronna would come in this building in the last 6 months, I'd walk out in the hallway and look at her, and she'd say,
"Who the hell are you?"
I mean, we have a real tight relationship. There's nothing like it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so glad I called.
I'm delighted that you called because I feel like I'm being let out of Alcatraz off death row. It's great.
Yeah. Well,
you're enjoying your satellite dish?
Oh, yeah. If we weren't on the air, we could talk satellite talk for a couple hours.
Oh, we can still do that. These people are they'll wait forever. They're waiting for free hockey tickets. They'll wait. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right.
Right.
Well,
you know how that works.
Yeah. Like I told you, I'm kind of glad. No, I am glad I got the big dish instead of the mini dish.
Yeah. But you know me, I'm Jewish, so I have to have two separate dishes.
Well, you can see more
Milchik and Fleischik
on the little dish. You get to watch those anchors,
on the big dish.
Yeah.
Right.
Doing their thing.
Doing their anchor, yeah.
But I'm really, what I've really found I'm really enjoying on the dish is the West Coast feeds. Boy, those people are in another world out there.
Yeah, they really are.
Aren't they?
I'll tell you, during the OJ thing, boy, those West Coast feeds were really something.
Well, for about a week, a couple of months ago, I would tune in, to KNBC 6 o'clock news,
right.
And these anchors would come on here, everything going on in the world, they would come on their 5 o'clock there, and they did the lead story, and they would come on and say, Liz Taylor is still in the hospital.
Right.
My God.
Well, you better get your priorities straightened out, mister.
Yeah.
You just don't know where it's at.
Those people, they're amazing.
Yeah, that's what Phil Henry tells me. Yep.
So all kinds of things like that,
Phil was in town for a couple of days, but unfortunately we didn't get to touch base. I called him. We woke him up out of a sound sleep on Friday morning and talked to him.
Amazing.
And his luck would have it, he was coming into town Monday and Tuesday this week, but only to do the depositions in the Brian Cox lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have a chance to. I asked him, what did Brian tell you? And he said,
"Suck my dick."
And that was basically it.
So you doing okay working
in
a building without Johnny Dark around? You all right?
Yeah, we're still surviving.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, there's more food for everybody now. It works out real well. He was over here that day, too, by the way.
Is he still wearing the same type of shirt?
He's still wearing the same one, yeah.
Did he have any vanilla ice cream with him?
On his shirt.
Yeah, see, this is for old-time people.
We only let people come in who wear their heart on their sleeve and their meal on their puppet. That's why Fat Rich was here a couple of days ago, too, as a matter of fact.
Well, tell him hi when you see him.
I'll do it.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll let you get back to the meaningless and pointless
that's it. Grinding out a few bucks. You got it.
Yeah, that's right.
Take care of yourself.
Good to talk to you.
Good hearing from you.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Bye. There's the bird, Glenn Hill. Somebody just called me forward and said some grotesque thing. It must be a psychic vibration, don't you think? Anyway, we have an open line. That killed some good time. And these people are saying, damn him, what did he do? It took like 5 minutes. We're waiting and waiting. Here's a lady in Hollywood. I'm sorry. Hello.
Hey, buongiorno.
Buongiorno, come stai?
Bene, tu?
Così.
Oh. Neil, I have a question before I ask to be put on the list.
See?
I had the unfortunate experience of listening to the last couple of games on the radio.
Oi.
And last night... Yeah,
Accidente.
la miseria. Anyway, last night they were commenting, Mueller and Moore were commenting about how after Gretzky did his hat trick deal, that the other players in the Rangers were not as forthcoming with congratulations and were sort of like acting like they were pissed off or jealous or something. But not being able to see the game, I was wondering what your take. Did you notice that?
No, I did not. I didn't see any of that.
Huh.
It seemed to me that they were ecstatic, that they were ebullient, and that they were foaming at the mouth because they were winning the game.
Isn't that funny how people see things differently?
I don't know where they came up with that. I know that there's no love lost between Gretzky and Robitaille. They hate each other like poison, but what difference does it make?
Well, it doesn't make any. They won the game, right?
That's right. They're getting paid to go out there and play the game.
Score.
Huh?
Somebody has to score.
Somebody's got to stick it in there. That's right.
Okay. Well, I'm shamelessly going to be asked to put on the list since I haven't been to a game at all this year.
Okay.
And I would love to see the game, at least any game before the season's up, which will be Friday, won't it?
It sure will. Well, it could be.
I hope not. But...
Okay. Subito.
Okay.
Hold on.
Grazie.
Right away. Put her on there right away. Line 4. Open line on the out-of-town line, 1-888-47. I don't mean right away, whenever you get around to it, but I just wanted to show you I know one more word in Italian. Subito. I love it. 11:43 at WID. Adam just came in here in time for lunch. How do you like them apples, huh? Adam just wandered in here saying, hey, what format we running today? So our topic today is, do you wash it off before you use it? That's the
Apparently
topic.
Ski was talking about that as well, right afterwards.
As well?
As well.
Do you know how that thing has been pounded into the ground, if I can use that expression? I mean, squirt on. God. You know, I'm not going to say. Why should I say? Why do I care? Do I really care? Well, not really. 11:44 at WIOD. Who needs bull? Speaking of that, we don't need any more bull. There's bull. You can smell it. You can see it. You can smell it. You can cut it with a butter knife. University Dodge knows that you don't want any more bull in your life. That's why they offer you the no bull dealer with no bull prices. I'm getting so comfortable here. I feel like just taking off my shoes and laying back. That's right. University Dodge is a family-owned and operated dealer. They've been around for 10 years, so you can count on them to provide you with the best service and the best deals. No bull dealer with no bull prices means they won't steer you wrong. No bum steers at University Dodge. You'll find it's easy to deal with the people there because they want to treat you well so you come back again, which is the way smart business people do their thing. So head west to University Dodge on University Drive between Griffin and Sterling and Davie. Check out their big, beautiful new one and a facility, too, with hundreds of new 97 Dodges to choose from, like the 1500 Club Cat pickup, the great-looking Dodge Neon, or that real expensive but pretty damn sharp Dodge Viper that's sitting there in the showroom, too. At University Dodge, they're the no bull dealer with no bull prices, so head west for the best prices and the best service, too. University Dodge, home of a better way.
610 WIOD. And deep in the heart of some far-off jungle, we received word that some natives seem to be worshiping some kind of unusual god. A voice from far, far away has captivated these isolated people. If you listen closely, you may just hear...
Let's just go get drunk.
We're worldwide, baby. www.audionet.com or www.paxson.com. Come and worship with us with 610 WIOD.
610 WIOD. Not just for snack time anymore.
I had one in my mouth once.
Rectum.
Like a sedan, or won't you hop inside my company car? I got the pictures and taxes eating out of my hand. I'm gonna make you a radio star.
Hey,
I'm Walter Sabo, baby. I can do anything I wanna do. I'm your consultant woman, and I'm gonna be consulting you. I'm giving that goal on a crap show in a formula that's got to bore ya. I've got the power to mold and control you.
Squirt, squirt.
So I do. Well, I have a way to get you your own show at a station down in Hollywood. And I don't care if your ratings are low, just as long as you can stroke me good. I'm Walter Sabo, baby, and you'll do anything I want you to. I'm your consultant woman. Spread your legs when I desire you. I'm gonna bone ya and own ya. Cause I'm a dumb slob, can't get a real job. That's why I'm a consultant, cause I'm just an asshole.
Bush League is absolutely right. That's what Adam says. Bush League, all the crying and the whining.
They stunk.
I mean, let's stop with the excuses for crying out loud. The ass licking is getting so heavy duty, it's almost X-rated. It's an obscenity. But, hey, it's just one of those things, man. We just don't want to give you the real picture. We want to give you a jaded, twisted picture because we're afraid that you're emotional cripples and you can't deal with the truth. You can't? 11:51 at WIOD. So, anyway, this is Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. Is that like a national thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it is? So people today brought their little girls to work, which Sabrina, which is George's daughter, who's just a wonderful human being and a lot smarter than most of us. I was going to say most of you, but that would have been most of us. But anyway, she just drew me a nice thing. Thanks, Sabrina. Isn't that a nice thing with like with flowers and stuff like that? You're welcome. I mean, thank you, whatever it is. So, and other people have brought their little girls to work today, which is very nice. And I had a great line about our consultant, but I better not use it right now. Here's a lady in Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing today?
Great.
You know, you had a question yesterday.
Yeah.
You were... Something's happening, obviously.
Well, I'm just thinking about...
Want a lollipop, little boy?
I'm just thinking about things I've heard. Yes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Be careful now. Be careful now.
Yes.
Yesterday you were asking something about why do people go to the game and don't bother even watching.
Don't pay any attention, yes.
Okay. They go because they can. They can afford it.
Yeah.
It's a status symbol. They
it
want
is?
to be seen, not to see.
Oh, God. How
seriously,
boring.
Think about it a
How
minute.
desperate.
No, seriously. Because they can. They have the money they can afford it. They have to, dress up in their paraphernalia, wear their little rat hats and all the rest of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They go to Dolphin games. I've been to Dolphin games where they haven't even looked at the field. They've got binoculars on looking at some broad somewhere who obviously is doing something that they think is provocative.
Yeah, or just looking around to see where people they know are and then starting to wave frantically. Oh, here, I'm here, and you're there, we're here.
That's
that kind of stuff.
what I'm saying.
And this is while the game is going on.
They go to be seen, not to see.
That's sad.
It is sad. So, anyway, that was
I have no life.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to put me on the list or not.
Why not?
Because I won once.
That's okay.
Oh, okay.
This isn't one of those deals. How long ago was that?
This is the X-Non I won a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you...
I'll put you on the list. To hell with it.
Ah, you're a sweetie pie.
That doesn't mean we're going to give it to you, but we'll put you on the list.
You're a great human
being. Hang on.
Bye-bye.
God bless you. Hang on. Okay, line one. Put the old the X-Non. Here's a lady in West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How are you?
Great.
Hey, I saw Sonny Fox over the weekend on some Wide World of Sports thing.
Hi, this is Sonny Fox.
Yeah.
It was like from 1966, 67, interviewing a soapbox derby champion.
But that wasn't our Sonny Fox.
I don't know, was it?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the Sonny Fox that used to be on a quiz show, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Right.
Hey, it's not over yet.
Yeah.
People are all giving up.
No, I didn't say I'm giving up. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're losing the series and on the verge of extinction. It has to do with the fact that I can't stand the ambiance and this whining and crybaby and belly aching and excuse making. You got to go out there and do it. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You got to get over it. You got to go out there and you've got to execute. And you got to get the job done. And last year's team, you never would have heard any of this bull crap. But this year, it's a whole different. It's just a whining thing.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a lot of injuries this year too that we didn't have last year.
Well, every team in the league has had to go through that, some more than others. But
I don't think as bad as we've had this year.
No, I think you're wrong.
Well,
I think there are plenty of teams that have had. In fact, Colorado, when they went 14 games unbeaten, and at that time they had Sakic out and Forsberg out and Ricci out and Gusarov out. They had four of their top players out, and they still were winning every night.
I know they're
so
lucky.
you got to pull up your jockstrap a little tighter and to go out there and get it done.
Hey, did you see in the Ottawa game last night they scored a goal that wasn't allowed because the replay official couldn't see it or whatever?
Right, and even Rick Jeanneret, the Buffalo announcer, said it looked like a goal to him.
Well, it was. It was clearly.
Yeah.
There was no question about it.
Yep.
So, even though Buffalo's my second favorite.
So it was justice anyway because they wound up winning.
Yeah.
It just was more exciting that way in overtime.
Yeah. Hey, could I get on the list?
Sure, no problem. Okay. Line 11, she be on the list, okay? Line 11, she be doing it. We have an open line at Dade, by the way, for the first time. I can't imagine why we got open lines today. I thought to myself, boy, this will kill a whole bunch of birds with one big bullet. Just give away these tickets and the parking pass, which, by the way, is for the exclusive lot up there on the corner where you go in there, and it's a beautiful spot. Here's a lady in Hollywood. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you catch a Mario game last night?
I saw part. Well, I was taping the game, and I saw the very end right after he had scored. I did not get that on tape, damn it, when he scored the goal.
You know who was there?
Danny Boy.
Yeah.
I did see that.
Practicing, trying to take some lessons on retirement.
Yeah, right, exactly.
How to do it in style.
Excellent point.
Yeah, but
Quit while you're still on top.
They said the statistics last night that they always run out, which are ridiculous. The reason that we lost last night is because Lindsay wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
They said we never win without him in the lineup. So
yeah, that's true, but
Friday.
that's just another lame excuse. The fact is we won 2 games on the road since January. It is now the end of April, and Lindsay was in the lineup for almost every one of those games until last night. So I'm missing something somewhere.
He is great, though.
He's a terrific player, but you can't keep making excuses.
Right, I know, it's ridiculous. We'll get it next year.
I hope.
Can I get some tickets?
Can you get some tickets?
Can I get on the list?
You can get on the list. I can't promise you no tickets, but I can put your thing on the list.
Thanks.
And maybe your name, too. Okay. Hang on. Line 5. She wants some tickets, damn it. Everybody wants some free tickets. I wish I had a whole bunch of free tickets. I wish I had like 8 zillion free tickets. But you know these playoff tickets, they're pretty... I bet the scalpers are pretty depressed right now. I bet you scalpers out there, all you guys doing all that illegal crap, are really pissed off now because the scalping value after last night just dropped dramatically. I guarantee you that.
Only $50.
Yeah, right. Likely story. It went way down. Unfortunately for those guys, those schleppers out there, they're just trying to make a living. They're just trying to scrape together a few bucks, okay? And all you porkers out there, downtown Miami, if you don't have something better to do with your time than busting people scalping tickets, then you better get a life, okay? Get a life. Get a freaking life. 11:57 at WIOD. If you want something free besides tickets, how about picking up the phone and calling the great folks at Hydron Technologies? They will be more than delighted. They'll be ecstatic to send you their free catalog and a free sample of their skincare products for men and women. The best going anywhere on the market. And if you don't think you need skincare products, no matter what you do, no matter where you wash, if you wash after or before or both, they got stuff that's perfect for you. For example, if you play sports, menthol ice from Hydron is the perfect product you've been looking for. Also, you're going to want to be using Hydron hand lotion because Hydron products moisturize your skin without leaving it feeling greasy. Here's how Hydron products work. As it dries on your skin, it creates an invisible shield that is water insoluble, moisture holding, and long lasting. The shield lets your skin breathe by letting the oxygen in and the carbon dioxide out. It's the old in and out right there on your skin. Even Hydron cleanser won't take away your skin's natural protection the way so many other skincare products can do. So start taking care of your skin right now with Hydron, the best stuff going anywhere. And if you'd like to find out for yourself just how great it is, if you want to smear a little everywhere, pick up the phone and call toll-free 1-800-4-HYDRON. They'll send you the free catalog and a free sample, too. 1-800, the number 4, HYDRON.